Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Let's see, we got here. Hey, welcome, my friends. Let's do a little chanting together here. See where it goes. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Oh man, that is so fantastic. Let's see what we got here. Let's try. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. All right. A little bit tired, but we'll read a little bit and then maybe call it a day. Yeah. So let's read a little something here.
Thanks for using.
And let's see, what do we got here? Let's see what we'll read here today. I'm going to read what is this here? We'll read Srimad Bhagavatam, the first verse in first canto. Questions by the sages. Text 1. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So, text 1. Let's see who's here. Yeah, thank you for coming, everybody. This will be a short little reading, I think. Here, we'll just read. Oh, my Lord, Sri Krishna, O Son of Vyasadeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, O my Lord, Sri Krishna, O my Lord, Sri Krishna, O my Lord, Sri Krishna, O my Lord, Sri Krishna. I love the sound of that. O my Lord, Sri Krishna, Son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, all-pervading personality of Godhead. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and primeval cause of all causes of creation. Really, faith that Krishna is God, and he is the absolute truth. Because if you have faith in Krishna as God, man, there's so much information about this transcendental Lord, man. In his pastimes and his nature, that he's the same all-pervading Godhead, God, that people think God everywhere. Same God, man. Same wonderful Lord. And so meditating on the absolute truth. See, the absolute truth. To know how valuable this is, if you compare it to your relative truth in the world, it's all in relationship to cause and effect. See, all that stuff comes and goes. People are meditating on that. And the result is so inferior. This, you're meditating on basically material life and death, see, or temporary life and death, see, and this goes on like a merry-go-round, around and around, birth after birth. See, so Lord Krishna is the absolute truth. See, and there's no other truth beyond him or greater than him, and so that encompasses everything. It encompasses Jesus as being also part of the absolute truth, as a manifestation of the Lord. Jesus was in the Father. He knew that. It's this is this eternal principle to be in God, the true God. And he had more to tell us that we weren't ready to hear, or his disciples weren't. Maybe we were some of those at that time, See? So the more to tell is the Lord Chaitanya came in 550 years ago and told us so many things, and shared also with his devotees. They shared so many things that we can meditate on and get great shelter, especially once you have faith in Lord Krishna. Okay? We can just take shelter of his names. Even is so powerful. They're uplifting. They lift our consciousness up out of illusion, kind of like Lord Varaha. See, another manifestation of Lord Krishna in that form. Okay, see, it all comes. It's all inside Lord Krishna. See, Lord Varaha, he lifted the earth out of the waters. See, out of the waters of the illusion. Be interesting. I want to go over that pastime sometime and just really kind of go deep into it and see exactly, because I think Hiranyaksha was part of pushing it down, and so the Lord lifted it up. There's some pretty powerful demons, so amazing. Yeah. So anyway, the Lord lifts us up, talks about Krishna, especially amongst devotees, those who have faith in Lord Krishna. And if you have the right perspective, you could be like a devotee of Ram, you could be a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, devotee of Shiva, devotee of Jesus Christ. Okay? And if you understand the parallels, understand that truth is truth, and that that Lord, that God is unlimited and has unlimited truths about, what is this only one Bible truth? We're very fortunate. Those who are very fortunate, I feel very fortunate to be able to have faith in Srimad Bhagavatam and the description of God. I feel very faith, and also have faith in Jesus. To have to feel the upliftment, that I get reading the Bible, and also Srimad Bhagavatam. It's very colorful. We have some. Hey, Tuka, thanks for coming. Hey, nice to see you. Yeah. We have some of our friends and students. They sometimes, they just have trouble, seeing how it's all related. So anyway, they'll figure it out in due course. Yeah. So, he is the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance, and destruction. Yeah. So the question should be, how is Lord Krishna the cause of creation, sustenance, and destruction? See? But that's the material world. See, there's no creation of the spiritual world. It always has been. That's why it's eternal. See, it's always been, it always will be. All we do is tap into it. See, if we develop faith and are convinced, let us meditate on what is eternal, the absolute truth, always is real, eternal, always accessible. Okay? Then we get out of the Lord's creation. See, He's the cause of all causes. He's the cause of this creation. He's the cause of Brahma. Okay? He's the cause of the mode of passion. See, in this way, He's the cause. He's the cause of creation, of the basically mode of passion. He's the cause of mode of ignorance in the mode of ignorance. See, these energies, these three modes of nature, the Lord is the cause of that. Okay? So what's interesting, I was listening today on this. The living entity is also sometimes considered the cause of creation, maintenance, and destruction also. And how that's done is basically the living entity is in touch with the three modes of nature. See, and it's given life from those modes of nature, see, to create things. What do you think? People are creating stuff in the world. A lot of creation going on here. It's because of the living entities. Beings are in touch with the mode of passion. They want to engage in fruitive activity, economic development. See, because of that. See, so the being in touch with the Lord's energy, see, this material energy, see, causes the creation to happen. See? Also, maintenance. You got to maintain what you created, right? Otherwise, it'll go down. It takes energy. See? So you're going to maintain. Maintaining is a mode of goodness too. So actually, this is a pretty deep conversation too. That gets into it, yeah. And destruction also. Destruction happens also because of cause and effect. Everything gets destroyed at some point. Another interesting topic there. So anyway, the bottom line is, how do we get free of this cycle, this material cycle, this material? We have spirit soul. We're not really meant to be involved in this because it's a lot of pain involved, a lot of struggle involved, a lot of hard work involved in this cycle. Because we're caught up in it. How do we get out of it? Srimad Bhagavatam, the holy name of God, chanting the names of the Lord, meditating on Sri Krishna's transcendental absolute manifestation. See, so when we meditate, what do you think we every day we get together and we chant Hare Krishna? We chant the names of Krishna and Radha's names. And in this way, we become more and more attached to the absolute truth beyond this material creation, sustenance, and destruction cycle. See? So now we're attached to the transcendental absolute Lord, who has always been and always will be, and there's a greater happiness in that because it's immortal, eternal. It awakens our soul experience. That we experience, oh, I'm a spirit soul. Yeah, I see. My power comes not from the modes of nature. That's like, people are living on death. Those modes are not conscious. It makes you unconscious that you're a spirit soul. That's one of the actions of Maya. Truth about Maya. You get involved with her, you start to become forgetful of who you are. We're so fortunate. We get to meditate on Sri Krishna. See? On these absolute truth, and all his, philosophy and truths and manifestation. And we become alive again. See, our spirit is enlivened, comes awake. And this goes on forever. You notice every day we show up here. You guys, many people here every day. Janaki, even though she's right across from me in her van, she's here showing up every day to hear about the absolute truth because there's life in it. It's enlivening to the soul. It gives it energy. See, this is immortality. This is what Jesus meant. I have life and I can give it to you abundantly. See, that's real guru in this world. They're in touch with the absolute eternal truth, Lord Krishna, and they're enlivened by it. See, they're spiritually enlivened by it. They're spiritually motivated by that. They're spiritually intelligent because of that. They have devotional intelligence. They know what the Lord knows. The Lord informs them many secret things. Like Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Krishna says to Arjuna, because, see, you're connected to me. You believe in me. You're my friend. You're my devotee. You're devoted to me. Therefore, let me tell you some really good things that are going to make your head spin. They're going to really make your heart really enlivened and strong. Okay? This is going to really wake you up. Matter of fact, this is going to wake up the whole world. Many people will become saints by recounting these absolute truths that nobody has ever really understood before since a long, long time. Before, when the disciplic line was intact. See? Krishna said, I came to reestablish the line again because it had been lost. Okay? And I'm doing it through you. See, so the real representatives of the Lord are awakened devotees, deeply in touch with that transcendental Lord, the absolute truth. See? And the Lord informs them from within, and it is all confirmed and also accentuated by the scriptures. Okay? And so we're awakened by these kinds of talks, these kinds of discussions. The discussions here, people are so fortunate. If you become attached to hearing these topics and discussing them, this is getting on to devotional service on the highest platform. Highest platform. This, devotees, to get perspective, there are Vaishnavas, they're doing this Vaidhi Bhakti process. They're doing rules, regulations, ceremonies like clockwork every day. And they're not interested in these topics, but you are. See? They're not interested because this is a very high level of Krishna consciousness. To hear I'm telling you all these very confidential things. What is the most powerful principles in Krishna consciousness? As the Lord informs me, I inform my friends. Why? Because it's the same. Like with Krishna and Arjuna. You guys are my friends. You listen to me. You're not finding fault. So let me tell you all these things that the Lord is showing me. What is the result? Well, notice devotees are becoming lovers of Krishna. They're being enlivened by the transcendental potency. They're making big-time spiritual advancement beyond what they could ever have dreamed of. I thought, boy, I think we're doing something really good. It's the only life in the material energy is listening here. Yeah, see, Janaki's got it. She's got it. The life in this world is really no life at all. It's all modes of nature, people meditating on what comes and goes. So therefore you come and go with it because of your meditation. See, you come here to the material world because you're attracted to material topics, the material world. And then you go, see, because the body is going to fall apart, it's going to be destroyed, because we screw it up anyway. Ultimately, it's only meant to last 100 years max if you keep it nice. It gets old and dies. And then all these desires you've cultivated. I want another son. I miss my son that grew up. I want another husband. I want to bear more children. Ask Janaki if she wants to bear any more children. Yeah, but you see, if you don't have this, if you don't get this higher taste, what do you got? Then it's like, let's bear more children. Let's come back, take another body. Let's get more wives, work our ass off all day long doing fruitive activities to feed the children and the wife. See, again and again and again and again. Maybe you get some bad association, really bad, and you come back in animal consciousness. Who knows? See, association with devotees here who are attached to the Lord is the greatest value in the world. It is the greatest value to those who actually chant Krishna's name and feel ecstatic about it. hear Krishna's pastimes and qualities, are ecstatic about doing that, are attracted. That's the most valuable association in this world. There's nothing more valuable than that. People who get a taste for this would not trade. I've even asked people that in our group, would you trade all of Bill Gates's money for this? All those billions of dollars they have for attraction to the Lord, they wouldn't do it. Shows you this is priceless here. Okay? He's not attracted, and I'm just using him as an example, not to find fault, but to, hey man, this is his service, a Bhagavatam example. Thank you very much, Bill Gates and Fauci, Trump, Biden, whoever you are out there. Attracted to the world that comes and goes, attracted to, being fruitive and creating all your businesses and all these things, see, and maintaining all the work to maintain. How much hard work these guys are encouraging. And then it all gets destroyed by nature. Either somebody comes and sues you and you lose it, or you go bankrupt, or you die. Somebody on it. Somebody on it. Okay, let me get off the channel here. Okay. These talks are so valuable because it opens a door that was closed. See, we don't get into, this door, if I didn't get in this line, if I didn't get Prabhupada's books, and I was already awakened by the grace of Jesus, this door would not be open. It's open through the disciplic line. Hearing those who are going deep into understanding these topics, being informed internally by their loving relationship with God, their loving devotional service. And this love is transcendental. It's love for a transcendental object, not material. See, Krishna's name is not material. It's Krishna. It's God, man. Those who are attracted chanting God's name are very, very fortunate. Especially when you become ecstatic. The tears start to come, and the holy enlivenment. That's the one thing you'll see. You got to learn. People, the Vaishnavas, you need to learn to see who is enlivened by communing with that name of God, by loving that name of God, by chanting and hearing. Yeah? Or how much even. See? Because if it's just a very little, or you're just attracted to worshiping God in rules and regulations only, then you can increase that by association, by devotees who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. Like that verse we quote, Johann quotes here all the time. See, worshiping the Lord, you cannot attain Krishna Vrindavan. See, attaining Krishna Vrindavan means you have to love him. You actually have to have that kind of bhav, that ecstatic love where the tears and the holy laughter is coming, and the laughing, the crying, the choking. This is intense, excessive bliss. See, automatically Krishna is attained automatically by that kind of love. And if you don't have it, and most people don't, you have to go through the devotees who chant the holy names with this kind of great ecstatic devotion. See, that's in Madhya Lila. See, the book is telling you. See, and I'm just repeating what's in the book, but not just because it's in the book, because it's part of the experience here. See, those devotees who are coming here, many of them, not all of them right away. A lot of them have to work through their doubts and all this other stuff, deep-seated really deep-seated attachments and stuff like that. But some, they're coming, they're getting it, man. They're getting through. That verse becomes the door. They go through that door. See, they go through the verse because they got the book is confirming it. The guru is confirming that preaching this, and they're coming through the door. They're becoming ecstatic. So they're saying, as a witness, yes, this really works. That's the formula. Okay? And they become the door also like this. See, because then you people, in the future, this is how the line is continued. You go and listen to devotees who have this more ecstatic, transcendental, intimate relationship with Krishna, with Lord Chaitanya, with the intimate associates. See, and you learn from them, and you go through the door, and you get this, and disciplic line continues until it's broken. See, and then the Lord or the devotees come and reestablish the line. They come very powerful, very convincing, because they are real. They're the real deal. They got a real guru, man, a real associate of the Lord. What they know is more powerful and more intelligent, more like a Thor's hammer on the Maya than any of the bullshit you're listening to out there, man. See? More clear, more logical, and more ecstatic, best of all. More blissful than any feelings you see in any what do you call, false acharyas or false prophets. People trying to say, yes, I represent Radha and Krishna. Yes, I represent God in the Vatican. And inside you're just like you, not much better. We just memorized a few more verses. Still mundane. Okay? So the line gets reestablished. We're here to reestablish the real line with real Guru Tattva, real Maya Tattva, and that includes gurus who are in Maya still. It's part of Maya Tattva, an obstacle we remove with the truth. Why not? Reestablish the real line. See? Based on the truth of the Vedas, even of the essence of the Bible. It's there too. Okay? And devotional experience. See? To show the world that, hey man, you can become transformed. You look at, we've had people go from being just a good person, maybe pious or not pious, not good, going into through their purification into the transcendental stages of love of God, having those symptoms. It works here. It's real, man. This is more real going on here than anywhere I've seen, anywhere. A lot of people talk a good stick, but as far as helping devotees make the transformation into becoming a ecstatic devotee, like Lord Chaitanya's associates 550 years ago, I haven't seen that. A lot of people are just, nice, pious, devotee, Vaishnavas, following rules, regulations, doing the best they can. But to get into the kingdom of Vrindavan, this real ecstatic worship of Krishna, you need the real deal. You need a real associate. See? It's proof that this sadhu sangha is real and is powerful, and Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya are working very powerfully here to get anybody who wants to go through this transformation and very easily, without a lot of trouble, enter Vrindavan consciousness. Mayapur consciousness, where you're loving God very intimately, ecstatically, and you'll never have to come back to this miserable existence again. No more draconian big brothers anymore. You don't need it anymore. Right now, most of the populace need big brothers and big sisters who are liberated souls, genuinely, not bullshittingly. Genuine. This piece, man, this person represents Radha and Krishna Vrindavan. See, the book confirms it. The other sadhus confirm it too, that are reaching those stages. Okay? The world needs more of that. We got so many pious people in the world. So many evil persons, so many good people, so many evil people. But that ain't good enough, man. Does anybody out there want to be finished with this? Do you want transcendental emotions? Do you want to know what God said? Don't eat from that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You want to know personally what that means? Because you're eating from the tree of ecstatic bliss. You're eating what Jesus called the bread of life. You're eating God himself by chanting his name in ecstasy. Anybody interested in that? You go to a realm, even here you'll get experiences that devotees in the spiritual realm feel. Beyond the third heaven that St. Paul was talking about. This transcends heaven, hell, earth, and even liberation. This consciousness is as deep as you can go, and is all here in our Sadhu Sangha, man. I stand for that, man. Standing up for it, man, every day. It just gets more and more clear, more and more interesting. The more we do this, meet together here, chant together, they feel enlivened by the absolute truth. See, the cause of all causes. It gets us out of this predicament here. Okay, this is what's happening here. See. Oh, walk to Tom. Sorry, Tom. Okay, I see you here. All right, there he is. What do you got to say there, Tom? What's the word?
I really enjoy listening. What do I have to say? There are so many qualities here. This connection with Krishna in this intimate, ecstatic line is so complete and so fulfilling. Yes, it's the ultimate connection. I feel there are different degrees we can connect to Krishna. Even on some people, they get energy from the perverted reflection of Krishna, the Maya. But everything, he is the source of everything, and we are connected into this intimate level, and it's so pure. It's so complete.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it's like what you just said. Everybody gets energy somewhere. So the modes, it's like you see those zombie apocalypse things. These people are getting energy from eating people, and dark things, and you look like it, like this. Well, that's people get their energy from death in this material modes of nature. There's nothing alive. Krishna teaches. See, this is the thing. The beautiful truth about this is Krishna's teaching that in the modes of nature, it's all unconscious, and it makes you unconscious when you get life from it, which is death. This is what the prophets meant when they said, or Isaiah, he said, "Be careful you don't accept darkness as light, because if you accept the darkness as light, that becomes your life, but it's no life at all." It's like Putana. She got her energy from killing children and drinking their blood. We're seeing, Prabhupada said that our world now is being managed by Rakshasas. He had insight. See, and it's coming to light now. A lot of blood drinkers have been presidents and senators, and they got this Illuminati stuff, and they worshiping Satan, and a lot of weird stuff, because they're getting life off of death, and they think, oh, this is life. See, this is illusion. See, and then they have to see. Then there's a result from that. Then they, have horrible karmas and all kinds of weird things. And now, if you look at from the devotees, those who are worshiping the Lord according to rules, regulations too, there's some life in that. You get life from ceremonies and doing things like that. So, okay, that's good for a beginning. But you can deepen that. So whoever, our preaching are for those, hey, you want to have the Holy Spirit of devotion, awakened in your heart, where you're literally, when you chant Krishna's name, you're eating bliss, mouth after mouth, and getting all these deep revelations and realizations of the glories of the scriptures and the truths of other. Do you want that way? it's like it up-leveling your worship. So, and then there's more life in that. See, and it shows. That's why you see the devotees that are tasting the life of ecstatic worship. And that includes Christians. If they're worshiping the Lord Jesus Christ according to the Holy Spirit, they got more life, more energy. It's coming up, and they jump around, and they're really like, it's like a great, more excessive joy. See, the same thing here. You see, we're worshiping the Lord and the Spirit comes up, the spirit of devotion, and there's more action, more activity, these deeper classes and revelations. I mean, where do you hear? You hear any guru speaking like that? That's how you know. If they're getting the life of the Spirit like that, their talks will be very deep about Krishna. Their realizations will be very deep simultaneously. But usually I found not so much, because it's still kind of official, and they think, I'm a kind of more ceremonial worshiper. Therefore, you get kind of like a pope thing, very official. He comes out with the robes, the sannyasis and gurus come out in their robes, and they give a nice little talk, then they go retreat, and, you never, I mean, it's not extraordinary. That's the bottom line. If you really got an intimate relationship with God, your preaching will be extraordinary. Your transcendental emotional experience will be extraordinary. Okay? Everything will be extraordinary in that sense. Your energy will be extraordinary. Why? Because we're tapping into the real truth, the eternal truth. That's so rare. That's rare in this world. Most people are bombarded by Maya. Right there, Tom, you remember before you met this here? You're just everywhere. Maya's everywhere. You can't get through. Now you're getting through. Now you're starting to learn what is real life, what lasts forever. What is really gives pure energy that really purifies your heart, man, where you feel, wow, I take a bath from within every day. See? People don't know that. Everything's external. Let me wash my body outside. Let me worship outside. People don't know the inner worship. The kingdom of God is within. They don't know that. See, if you did, you'd be like Jesus. But most people are not like Jesus. They're afraid to even say, oh, I have an experience like Jesus. Well, then you're not self-realized. You're not in the real line. If you're not like Jesus, you're not part of the family. You see, it's just logic. People don't know, oh, I would never be like, hey, man, you got to be part of the family. Otherwise, you got to give at least what Jesus gave to the world. Otherwise, what are you doing? For 2,000 years ago, he gave something special to the world. Did you get it? That should be the question. Did you get what he was? I mean, there are plenty of Pharisees giving rules, regulations, just like now. Plenty of persons giving rules and regulations in Vaishnavism, or even in the Jewish faith, rules, regulations, and wear your little hat. Wear your little dhoti with the tilak. I'm a Vaishnava. I'm a Christian. But did you get what these special personalities came to give? Did you get the Holy Spirit from Jesus? And Lord Chaitanya, if you're a Vaishnava, did you get that spontaneous love of God from this line yet? And most haven't. Therefore, come where it is, if that's your desire. If you have sufficient intelligence. You people come here, you'll know why the Lord Chaitanya descended in this world. Because first you're going to see with your own eyes why Lord Chaitanya descended to this world. Your own eyes will see that. You'll see what those devotees were experiencing 550 years ago. which you don't see in all those temples because there are no shows for that. I think that's pretty special, huh? To see what was here 550 years ago. Same potency. Same point, right? Laughing and crying, Lord Chaitanya and his devotees when they worship Krishna in such intimacy, such exuberance, oh, such ecstasy. Yeah. That's here in the Sangha. Not only with this fool, but a lot of you transcendental fools are getting that too. Go ahead, Tom, say something.
When you tune into this Sangha, then it's a win-win situation from any perspective. From all the perspectives, it's a win-win situation. You personally are upgrading, are winning, your disciples are winning, everyone who comes in contact with you is winning. If you are coming in this line, it's a win-win-win situation for everyone. There's no dirt in here. There's no
win-lose.
There's no lose in there. It's only win.
Yeah, no win-lose, man. You know? Hey, I'm getting uplifted here, you know, talking about Krishna, you know, it's really, and those who like to hear these talks, they get uplifted. That's how it is. That's Sadhu Sangha, man. You know, if you're not attracted to talks about Krishna, you know, I see many gurus are not, many of their followers are not. Well, hey, man, you can upgrade here if you want. That's what we're about, upgrading. You know, you want to stay on Windows XP or you want Windows 10 Plus? Yeah. No, I stand here that this is special, man. I see the symptoms of this being different than just any ordinary kind of worship. This is very special, special mercy of Prabhupada. You know, he came to me in the lucid dream, 1996. You know, yeah, bring that. See, that order is powerful. It's the order of the spiritual master is the activating principle of spiritual life. This is activating the spiritual life of others. Mine and others are winning too. You know, they're getting activated. Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look at how the world is built. It's all on win-lose. Yeah, the elites who are the world, they're controlling the world. You know how, you know, now it's coming to light how they've been cheating people. It's really interesting. Lord, he's revealing all these things, how they've been just milking people, you know, using them like slaves. It's just a corporation. You know, the United States, it's not even a republic. They lied to us. So, not to fault it, it's just the nature of Maya. She lies, cheats, deceives, steals, kills, murders, you know. So, is anybody ready to get out of this? Come here, man. You know, you get out. Yeah, you'll even feel, you know, you won't even feel like you hate those persons. You won't love them, but you won't hate them. You'd be neutral. Okay, you guys. You give them an opportunity. Like I give, hey, Bill Gates, we're giving your opportunity here. If your AI is listening here, you know, or Fauci, or Biden, or even Trump, if you guys are listening, you have an opportunity to come here and get what your wealth cannot purchase. I'll declare it. I'll show you. We'll show you. I'll show my disciples. We'll show you that they have a wealth that you cannot purchase with your $1 billion. Right? That's it. We'll show you, man. I declare it. I'll challenge you guys. Come here, see something that you can't buy with your money. Now that should interest them. Something they can't capture with that way. It's like, you know, Ravana. You know, Ravana. Go ahead.
And that's exactly what I wanted to say. What I felt. They cannot grasp this quality. Because they don't know, they only know what they know in their level of consciousness.
Yeah.
So they never tasted this quality, so they don't know about this
Yes.
level of
Yeah.
of
That's right.
control.
So many people don't know. You know, even the Vaidhi Bhaktas in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Media, they don't know. But they could if they come here and associate with the devotees. That's how we raised, by association. You know? So our sadhu sangha is to help the devotees understand that, oh, wow, there's something available that we don't have. See, that you can't get. If your guru is not elevated to the point of ecstatic devotion, like here, then they can't give you this. They have to come here also. This was what Lord Chaitanya taught. He would empower these low class persons, with this bhakti that you see here. Same kind of thing. And the aristocratic Brahmins and sannyasis, they had to go and get it from them. They had to associate and learn from them. See, that's how they transcended that last snare of Maya, the false ego. As soon as you get a big stick, and you're not tasting love of God, right? You're going to naturally, I'm important, and even though I may go like this and all this, but I really, inside, I'm feeling swelling. See, this is why the real devotees, the deep ones, the spontaneous lovers of God, they help the sannyasis and the gurus and the big leaders make that next step. See, and that's why the Lord empowers low-class persons. See, that's that verse that we read all the time. Lord Chaitanya empowered low-class, fourth-class Sudras with his bhakti, with his devotion, to defeat the scholars, the big scholars or proud scholars, the big sticks, the sannyasis, who need to make the next step. Because there are some very sincere persons, they just waiting for this opportunity, which we can give them.
Yeah.
So you'll see. Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yes, the movements we are making here, it's under their radar, and it's also above their radar. They cannot catch it. The movements, the transcendental. That's the meaning of transcendental. It transcends their reach of their radar. So we are our
certain people, but
sorry. Our movements, they
certain
are
people,
below their radar and also above.
Yeah, but not everybody. See, the thing is, you preach the message, and Krishna knows the hearts of everybody. He knows, and there are people looking for this. There are gurus. I know there are sannyasis, and they're just doing their duty, and they believe in what they're doing, and they're often very sincere, but they don't know where to go. They don't know that this is the way it's done, because unless you worship the Lord on this ecstatic level, you can't know. It's very hard to know. Or because they've studied, they're looking for this door. Where is the real devotee that's been empowered with this bhakti? So they'll come when they see the opportunity. Krishna will say, oh, this guy's sincere. Send them.
Yeah. So what we are offering is to enlarge their radar scope. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are just, that's all. We no harm. We don't want to get what they have. We don't want to take. We just want to enlarge their perspective.
And that's what we're doing. See, this preaching, it puts a logical, clear base. It's like it makes a bridge to the spiritual dimension. See, people need a bridge. They need to say, well, where am I at? A lot of people don't know. They might think, well, we're already Krishna conscious. We're doing what Prabhupada wanted, and that's it, Varnashram Dharma, or whatever people are doing. Maybe they're good people doing pious deeds, maybe they're dacoits, maybe they're evil, doing evil things. They don't know. So we're here to make a bridge for anybody. Anybody can come here and change. Anybody will they will transform just being in this energy. This is like, they used to teach in the New Age when I was into ascended masters and stuff. They talk about ascending to the next level of vibration, and they actually had a machine. They sit in a machine and they ascend into the higher consciousness. Well, that's what happens here. Automatically ascend into higher consciousness. Because of association. People are descending in lower consciousness or higher within the modes of nature because of association. That's why you notice teachers, they're teaching, maybe they have a higher consciousness, higher vibration than people they're more in the mode of goodness, maybe liberation, and people associate with them, they're raised. See, so they're raised into a higher stage. Here, you go through all the levels. You don't have to go like from the mode of ignorance and you meet a person in the mode of passion, and you associate, then you go and get a job, and then you become, a businessman, and you get a family, and and then you go to meet a person and you go into the mode of goodness. See, you're raised by association and teachings. See, here. This is the highest truth for everybody or anybody who's interested. Whoever the Lord knows who's ready for this. I just preach it. You guys preach it. Open your mouths, do your things. And the Lord will send to us here who he wants delivered, because that's our work, delivering people. Midwives. That's it. Are you happy being a midwife, awakening devotees to their spiritual consciousness. Only those whose consciousness is awakened to this platform can do it. See, that's why we're working together like a team. So yeah, Tom, put Dean Smith down for the flight. Yeah. Okay, I think I got to stop talking for a while, take lunch, and we'll see everybody later. That was fun. Thank you for coming, everybody, and we'll be back.